Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's making a lot of homeowners nervous: council tax. It's already one of our biggest monthly bills, and now there's talk of a major shakeup that could see some people paying thousands more each year. So, what's going on, and could you be affected? Let's break it down. After dropping plans for an income tax hike, the government is looking for other ways to fill the public purse, and it seems they've set their sights on property. The idea of a mansion tax is back on the table, which basically means making owners of more expensive homes in England pay more council tax. So how does council tax even work? Well, local councils get their money from government grants, business rates, and us through council tax. This tax pays for about a quarter of local services like schools, bin collections, and social care. The amount you pay depends on your property's council tax band, which is graded from A to HE. Here's the crazy part. These bands are based on what your home was worth way back in 1991. Back then, a Band D property was worth between £68,000 and £88,000. A Band G home was up to £320,000. Obviously, these values have very little to do with today's property market. The average UK house price has more than quadrupled since then, and in places like London and the Southeast, it's gone up even more. This is why many people think the system is completely broken and unfair. It's what experts call a regressive tax. Because the valuations are so old, people in less affluent areas can end up paying higher council tax rates than those in some of London's wealthiest boroughs. For instance, the average Band D property in the Northeast faces a higher annual bill than one in Greater London. It just doesn't make sense. So, what are the proposed changes? One of the simplest ideas being floated is to just double the council tax for homes in the top two bands, G and H. This would raise a lot of money, an estimated £4.2 billion. For an average area, this could mean an extra £3,800 a year for Band G homes, and over £4,500 for Band HE. That would push their total annual bills to over £7,000 and £9,000 respectively. But critics argue this is a blunt instrument. Most of the extra cash would come from Band G homeowners. We're talking about people in homes worth between £750,000 and £1.5 million today. While they might be comfortably off, they're not all super wealthy. A sudden £4,000 tax hike would be a significant hit for many families, especially those who are asset rich but cash poor, meaning they live in a valuable home but don't have a high disposable income. Plus, because house prices have grown so unevenly, this plan would disproportionately affect London and the Southeast, where property values have skyrocketed. It also creates a massive jump in tax between a top-end Band F property and a bottom-end Band G, which seems pretty unfair. Another idea is a more targeted mansion tax. This would involve revaluing the most expensive homes across bands F, G, and H, the top 300,000 most valuable properties. Likely those worth over £1.4 million would then face a new levy. This would be a huge change, shifting council tax closer to a wealth tax. Again, London would be hit hardest, with estimates suggesting nearly 90% of the homes liable for this tax would be in the capital. The problem with all these proposals is they're trying to fix a deeply flawed system without addressing the root cause: the outdated 1991 valuations. Experts have been calling for a full revaluation for years to make the system fairer and more reflective of modern property values. For now, these are just proposals, and there's a lot of pressure from within the government to scale back any drastic changes. But it's clear that council tax reform is high on the agenda. It's a complex issue with no easy answers. What do you think? Is it time for a radical overhaul, or are these plans just penalizing homeowners? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more content that makes sense of your money. See you next time.